had another bat down. Earlier in the year, he had opportunities that he just didn't convert, and it seems like in recent games he's making those plays for a freshman. Is that like symbolic of just kind of what has happened for your freshmen?
I think it is. I think all those freshmen, there were 7 of them at some point out there today when we had Kyle and Tyler in there too, 2 of them being redshirt. The experience is invaluable. You can't trade that for anything. And Cam Phillips came up with a groin in pregame and wasn't able to go. So they keep building it. It helps us for the future. Now, hopefully, when we build this thing, you'll never see 7 true freshmen out there again. But hey, we're gonna play the best players, so it doesn't matter who they are.
Coach, kind of piggybacking off of that, Tyler with the fumble recovery there at the end kind of got the whole thing started. How have you seen him develop as a player from the start of the year in fall camp to now?
From being a defensive end to being one of our better linebackers has been awesome. I mean, he's 6'4", he's 270 pounds. He runs like a deer. I mean, you can't teach any of that. And he's just like the rest of them. He just the mentality, never playing. He's growing up. And now he still makes a lot of mistakes. He came up to me after the game and said he was sorry. After I watched the film, I won't be mad at him. Well, great, we won, so I won't watch the film until later, and I won't be mad until then. But it's important. He wants to be better. He wants to get better every time, and that's the attitude you want in a football program when you're trying to build. That's where we want to go.
Manny was talking about that last touchdown, the one that Eno ran in.
Yes.
You said it was supposed to be a pass at first. Is that kind of what it was?
Yeah, it was a pass check run, and Manny did a good job. You know, that was part of the scheme. They were getting in a too high shell, and we had so we had a bang post going to go to Nikhil, or we had I think with Brandon Ayuk might have been in at the time. I'm not sure. He was the slot receiver. He had a numbers fade, and so we had 2 good choices against 1 high safety, but they went too high, and Manny did what he's supposed to do. He checked to a run, and we popped it.
Rob, you mentioned before that sometimes players like Frank or Nikhil talk to you in game and have suggestions.
Yes.
Was there any player suggestions today that you have eventually implemented?
Yeah, I talked to Nikhil early, and I said, look, I see what they're doing. It's going to frustrate you. They're going to double you in the 2-by-2 spread out look when you're the inside receiver, and they did. And then they're going to press, sometimes bail you when you're the single. They dinked us a couple times when we had some fades called. Thought we were going to throw it deep, and then they bailed out to cover 3. Caught Manny one time early in the first quarter. I think you guys might have seen that on the left hash. And so I got on the phones with Nikhil early because I didn't want him to get frustrated, because I know, man, when you're a big-time player, all you want to do, it's not selfishness. It's like you just want to help your team win. And he wants to do anything he can, and he gets so he's passionate about helping, the Sun Devils win, and he can't touch the ball. And so, man, we were up in the booth. We were frantically trying to come up with stuff to just kind of get him the ball. And then, as you see, when we started getting him some stuff, we kind of moved some stuff around where we could get him the ball, and that kind of got our drive started, getting him the ball. So we did have a really good discussion about what was open, what he thought. We kind of changed, when they bailed out, he changed the streak to a hitch and kind of got. So we started doing that off of their press bail and caught him a couple times, which was good.
One more, Jeff.
Yep.
Danny, I can't remember if it was when they were up by 19 or up by 16, but they started to run the ball and try to run the clock out there. How much did that help trying to get a grip back on the game and flip it around?
I think it helped a little bit, but I think the guys up front on the defensive side of the ball, they knew they were going to have to run the ball. I mean, when you know they're going to run the ball, they know what it is. It's man against man. It's whoever's going to be tougher at that point. And our guys, we were kind of selling out to stop the run. I mean, they could probably hit some deep shots. When we put those guys on islands now, there's no free safety, so those guys outside have to make plays so we get more numbers in the box. We tried to do that a little bit earlier, but then when we didn't get to them, you don't get a lot of pressure. So 14's able to run around, and he's pretty special. He can make those plays. So we didn't think they were going to do that at that point. They were going to try and be conservative, burn the clock, get first downs. They were getting first downs on some of those plays earlier. They weren't able to. So that was. I mean, we put more guys up there.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks a lot.